Now, Chipotle actually had a huge decline all in one day recently around February 3rd. As you can see, they went from around 39.16 to 36, which is a huge drop in one day. They've rallied since then through the 4th, but the reason it's concerning, if you look at the past 6 months, they're down 8.35%. If you look at the past year, they're down 33.41%. And the past 5 years, you would have been a lot better off with the S&P 500. So what's going on with Chipotle? Well, the reason they had a huge drop in one day is because they have falling traffic and weak guidance. Obviously, you never want to hear that because what can a restaurant really do about that? You know, restaurants are so competitive and they are so limited in what they can offer. That's why I don't really like investing in restaurant stocks like Chipotle. Regardless of how you feel about Chipotle, some people love Chipotle. Here in Texas, we have a lot better options in many areas as far as any sort of Mexican food or tacos or things like that. Depending on where you are in the country, Chipotle might be your best option by far. But when their traffic is falling and they're projecting flat same store sales growth and stock has fallen about 33% over the last year and the company's market value down to about 51 billion, you're seeing some red flags here. And how do they turn it around? They're a restaurant. They can't just come up with a new product. They're not going to do much with AI. They're not going to have much of an impact in any of the big tech areas. So they are still apparently one of the better run restaurant operators, but that's in the restaurant area. So if you actually, for whatever reason, want to buy restaurant stocks, again, I am not a big believer in restaurant stocks, but if you did, you could make the case that they're still one of the better run restaurant stocks, but they have a limited menu. There's not much of a way that they can branch out that much. I mean, they're just entirely limited, and now their traffic is going down, which is to me a huge red flag. And look, I mean, you're having to get growth out of this company. They have almost a 35 PE ratio, which isn't really that great. Dividends, you're not getting any sort of dividend. Your growth you've been easily outperformed by the S&P 500 over the past 5 years. To me, I want no part of Chipotle stock or even pretty much any other restaurant related stock.